Spectral Echoes, Unraveling the Secrets of the Montessori Church. In the quiet corridors of the Montessori school, where I toiled through the closing shift, the classrooms whispered tales of solitude each night. The church's lower level housed these small sanctuaries for children, a space that seemed tranquil yet harbored the unsettling remnants of peculiar occurrences. A few weeks ago, the monotony was ruptured, and the specters of the past seeped into my reality, leaving an indelible mark on my memories. As the clock struck past 11:30, I found myself navigating through the familiar routine of cleaning, attempting to race against time. The classrooms, nestled within the church, sat in an eerie silence, accompanied only by the echoing resonance of my footsteps. The shared parking lot, an expanse that merged with the old people's home across the way, lay shrouded in a haunting stillness. Rushing to the third room, the night took an unexpected turn. The wooden door with its tinted glass windows bore witness to an unsettling toll. The doorbell rang, a discordant note in the quietude. A shiver coursed through me. It was an anomaly for someone to arrive at this hour. Despite a nagging intuition, I ascended the creaking stairs toward the door, cloaked in shadows. Peering cautiously around the corner, I beheld an elderly woman standing outside, a living relic of time's unyielding march. The lines etched on her face spoke of a life well lived, yet she appeared out of place in the nocturnal realm. Instinct compelled me to take a step back, choosing to remain concealed. The doorbell's echo lingered, a haunting refrain in the silent tapestry. Rationalizing that she had likely wandered off, I resumed my cleaning, the sound of the mop on the floor competing with the quiet. Yet, the tranquility was abruptly shattered by a cacophony of banging that reverberated through the halls. I hesitated, ears attuned to the old woman's fervent cries. The words, a muddled cascade, sent shivers down my spine. Driven by a curious unease, I ascended the stairs once more. The elderly woman stood outside, calling for someone named Abby in desperate tones that pierced the night. As I approached, the calls abruptly ceased. Peering around the corner, she had vanished. The disquiet lingered, but I brushed it aside, assuming someone had responded to her calls. As I turned to descend the stairs, a glimpse through the window caught my eye. Her gaze met mine, a silent plea in her eyes. "Abby, help me." Her disheveled gray hair framed a face etched with anguish. Panic seized me, and I retreated downstairs, locking myself in a classroom. Trembling, I dialed the old people's home, recounting the strange encounter, hoping for an explanation. The voice on the other end denied any missing residents, urging caution and advising against approaching her. Anxiety knotted in my stomach as the relentless banging on the window above continued. The aged building added to my unease. Those windows seemed fragile against the spectral onslaught. Moments later, male voices outside engaged in a struggle that left me torn between relief and terror. The ordeal concluded, leaving me to grapple with the surreal events of the night. I completed my cleaning, haunted by unanswered questions about Abby and the elderly woman's desperate bid to enter the church. The memory lingered, an unsettling reminder of that fateful night when the boundary between the living and the unknown blurred within the Montessori school. As I treaded the deserted corridors, each creak and whisper carried an otherworldly weight, leaving me with a disconcerting sense that the tale was far from concluded. What secrets did the church conceal, and what enigmatic forces lingered within its hidden corners? The subsequent evening found me drawn back to the scene of the strange encounter as midnight approached. The school, now draped in an even deeper darkness, seemed to echo with whispers of the past. The air was pregnant with anticipation, and my footsteps reverberated louder than ever as I retraced the path of that haunting night. The church, a silent sentinel, loomed above me. The wooden door, once a portal to the unknown, stood forbidding and closed. I hesitated, casting glances around the empty parking lot and toward the aged facade of the old people's home. The night safeguarded its secrets, unwilling to unveil the mysteries that festered beneath the surface. Approaching the stairs, memories of the elderly woman's haunting gaze through the window flooded back. The weight of her silent plea lingered, compelling me to unravel the enigma that had unfolded within those walls. With each step, the echoes of her calls for Abby resonated, urging me to seek the truth. Entering the church, a musty scent enveloped me, a blend of old wood and forgotten whispers. The dim light cast long shadows, orchestrating an eerie dance between darkness and light. I moved through the silent corridors, guided by an unseen force beckoning me deeper into the heart of the mystery. In the third room, where the bizarre encounter had transpired, a subtle change in the air made my skin prickle. A faint whisper echoed, almost drowned by the silence. Straining my senses, I listened as the presence of something otherworldly enveloped me. Shadows played on the walls, each flicker revealing fragments of an untold story. Standing in that room, a chill coursed through me. The air thickened, laden with the weight of the unknown. Suddenly, a spectral figure materialized, the elderly woman, her eyes still wide with desperation. "Abby," she murmured, her voice a spectral echo in the silent room. I gasped, rooted in place as the ghostly apparition beckoned me closer. The room seemed to warp and twist, unveiling glimpses of a forgotten past. Faces and voices from a bygone era emerged, their stories woven into the fabric of the church's history. The ghostly figure extended a trembling hand, its touch sending a surge of emotions coursing through me. Images flashed before my eyes, a young girl named Abby, lost and forgotten, her spirit trapped within the confines of the church. The elderly woman, a guardian of the past, yearned for release, her spectral cries echoing through the ages. A surge of determination overcame me as I grasped the unfinished business binding these souls to the earthly realm. With each step, I felt the weight of their stories, the burden of untold sorrows, and the echoes of a long-forgotten tragedy. The church, once a silent witness, now yearned to share its secrets, to release the lingering spirits trapped within its walls. As the first light of dawn painted the sky, a profound sense of closure enveloped the church. The elderly woman and Abby, their stories intertwined, found solace in the release of their spirits. The untold sorrows that had lingered for years were finally laid to rest. The church, a vessel of both haunting and healing, now stood as a testament to the enduring power of unraveling the mysteries that dwelled within its depths. Midnight Shadows, a gas station encounter with the unknown. I used to be the one stationed at the register in a local gas station, working the overnight shifts. I've long left that job because of the strange and haunting incidents that unfolded during those late night hours. Among all the bizarre occurrences, one particular night stands out vividly in my memory, etched forever in the shadows of my mind. My shifts, usually reserved for Fridays and Saturdays, were uneventful for the most part, a mundane game of trying to stay awake amidst the monotony. Stocking shelves and occasionally assisting a customer were the only tasks that broke the silence of those eerie nights. Drunk patrons, families on road trips, and the occasional group of friends passing by were the usual encounters. However, one night at around 2 a.m., everything took a dark turn, and my sense of normalcy crumbled. Having had no customers for over an hour, the night seemed to drag on as I struggled to stay awake. The register desk was strategically placed around a corner from the entrance, and a bell attached to the door served as an alert when someone walked in. As I dozed off, relying on the bell to awaken me, I was abruptly shaken back to consciousness when it rang. A customer had walked in, a seemingly ordinary 30-year-old man one would expect to find searching for a late-night snack or some beer. He aimlessly wandered down each aisle, inspecting the shelves with an unsettling lack of purpose. In my years of retail, I had grown accustomed to recognizing when someone was on a specific mission. However, this man seemed to be merely browsing, an unusual activity for a deserted gas station at 2 a.m. Curiosity led me to glance out the window, expecting to see him filling up his car, perhaps just passing the time. To my surprise, there were no cars outside. Minutes ticked by, and without warning, he looked over at me, muttered a quick, "Thanks," and left. I dismissed the odd encounter, chalking it up to a possible small theft. Attempting to stave off fatigue, I decided to stock the shelves with my cart of items. As I immersed myself in this mundane task for about 20 minutes, a figure suddenly appeared at the end of the aisle. I hadn't heard the bell ring, and the man wore a large hoodie and dark clothes, immediately signaling that something was amiss. He silently traversed the store, prompting me to retreat behind the counter, observing him without being overt. The realization struck me like a cold gust, it was the same man from earlier, but he had changed clothes. The pieces fell into place, he had likely come initially to survey the premises before executing whatever sinister plan he harbored. Panic surged within me as he approached the counter, and I made a split-second decision to intervene. "Welcome back, sir. Need help finding anything?" I offered, hoping to deflect his intentions. He made eye contact, acknowledging the unspoken exchange. Silently, he approached, revealing a small handgun tucked into his front hoodie pocket. My heart raced, and I braced myself for the worst. Without uttering a word, he withdrew a small pack of gum from beside the counter and placed it before me. Just this. Confusion and shock paralyzed me momentarily, and I scanned the gum nervously. Still holding the gun, he extracted $1 from his jean pocket, tossed it onto the counter, mumbled a quick, "Thanks," and vanished into the night. Stunned and grappling with the shock of the surreal encounter, I reported the incident to the police and attempted to reach my manager, who remained unresponsive. No updates materialized from the investigation, leaving me on edge for the remaining months of my tenure at the gas station. The man's intentions remained a mystery, a chilling uncertainty that haunted my thoughts, and I found solace in never discovering the true depths of that night's darkness. Echoes of the Night, Unveiling Secrets in the Digital Fortress. Venturing into the realm of a cybersecurity analyst for a bustling office company brought unforeseen challenges, and the initiation into the world of late-night shifts proved far more intense than my initial anticipations. The graveyard slot, where silence wielded dominance and shadows seemed to dance in the forgotten corners, unfolded as an eerie journey through the digital frontier. Assigned the task of combing through log files to safeguard our digital fortress, the solitude became an unnerving companion during the solitary hours that stretched into the haunted depths of the night. Staring into the ethereal glow of my screen, the passage of time became a nebulous concept, and the strain on my eyes evolved into an unrelenting burden. The quietude, broken only by the distant hum of servers, often lulled me into an unintended slumber, a precarious journey through the corridors of dreams amidst the dormant hum of machines. To combat this nocturnal lethargy, I resorted to setting soft alarms on my phone, a periodic reminder, a sonorous plea against the siren call of sleep that sought to enthrall me in its veiled embrace. One fateful night, after my coworker had bade farewell at the stroke of midnight, I found myself navigating the dimly lit hallways in pursuit of my nightly ritual. The vacant office, enveloped in shadows, became my eerie domain, and the silence took on an almost sentient quality, whispering secrets that only the night dared to reveal. My footsteps echoed, a lone heartbeat in the expansive space, as I ventured forth to ensure the office's solitude, a routine that aimed to dispel the lingering specters of uncertainty. Upon my return to the desk, the coffee machine awaited its nightly ritual. As the aromatic elixir brewed, a cursory check was performed, a visual sweep of the vacant desks and silent computers, ensuring the solitude remained undisturbed. A ritualistic dance with the coffee machine, a feeble attempt to stave off the encroaching darkness that sought to swallow the office whole. Resuming my duties at the screen, about 20 minutes later, a disquieting realization gripped my senses. The familiar beep signaling the completion of the coffee-making process failed to grace my ears, leaving a void in the ambient symphony of the night. Intrigued yet unnerved, I embarked on a journey to the small coffee desk, only to be greeted by an eerily empty pot and a powered-down machine. An inconclusive enigma that lingered in the air, shrouded in the mysteries that the night held close to its elusive heart. I restarted the machine and returned to my desk, seeking solace in the comforting glow of the screen. It was then that I discovered the inexplicable absence of my phone, a pivotal instrument in my nightly vigil. Panic set in as I retraced my steps, patting down pockets and scouring the coffee desk, only to find it had vanished without a trace. Anxiety gripped me as I stood alone in the expansive room, surrounded by silent computers and vacant desks. A sudden awareness of being watched crept into my consciousness, and I hesitantly called out to my absent coworker, a shaky voice resonating in the silent void. Silence remained the only reply, a haunting echo of uncertainty. In that tense moment, a soft shuffling emanated from a dark corner, and my phone's alarm echoed from the opposite end, a dissonant melody that reverberated through the stillness. Instinct screamed danger, and I sprinted for the exit, a racing heartbeat accompanying every hurried step. The quest for safety led me across the street to a neighboring gas station, where I dialed 911, reporting unknown intruders in our office building. The arrival of the police was swift, and their search yielded an intruder, an unfamiliar face from my standpoint. They recovered my phone from its clandestine hiding place behind boxes and found a small knife in the pocket of the trespasser, a harbinger of danger that lurked in the shadows. The subsequent day unraveled the stranger truth behind the night's events. A former employee, recently terminated, seeking revenge and reclamation of his company laptop, allegedly holding vital information. The motive seemed suspicious, and trust wavered in the face of his claims. My coworkers corroborated the oddities surrounding the man, validating his peculiar nature. The revelation left me with a chilling awareness of the peril I had narrowly escaped. The office, once a sanctuary of monotony, had harbored secrets and dangers lurking in the shadows. The night, initially draped in solitude, had unfolded a sinister plot, and my escape was a testament to the unpredictability that lurked beyond the glow of computer screens and beneath the silence of midnight hours. As the day unfolded into night once more, the office building carried the weight of the previous night's secrets. Each creak and groan seemed to echo with the residue of the intruder's malevolent intent. The digital fortress, once a bastion of security, now bore the scars of a breach, a haunting reminder of the vulnerability that lurked beneath the surface. The following nights, spent in the solemn embrace of the graveyard shift, took on a new significance, a constant awareness of the shadows that danced at the edge of perception. The investigation into the intruder's motives unraveled a tapestry of betrayal and desperation, shedding light on a dark chapter that had unfolded within the confines of the office. The man's claims of seeking information from his company laptop took on an ominous undertone, a puzzle that begged to be solved. As the digital trails were followed and secrets unearthed, the office transformed into a realm of uncertainty, a battleground where the invisible war between security and intrusion played out in the dim glow of computer screens. In the aftermath of the incident, the office became a fortress of heightened security measures, a response to the breach that had shaken the foundations of trust. Late-night shifts, once a quiet sanctuary, now carried the weight of vigilance, a constant awareness of the shadows that could harbor unexpected threats. The graveyard shift, now etched with the indelible memory of that fateful night, became a crucible of resilience, a realm where the boundaries between safety and danger blurred with each passing hour. As the digital sentinels stood guard in the quiet hours of the night, the echoes of the intrusion lingered, a reminder that the night held secrets that transcended the binary code. The office, a battlefield of shadows and whispers, bore witness to the resilience that emerged from the depths of uncertainty. The cybersecurity analyst, once a guardian of digital realms, now navigated the labyrinth of the night with a newfound awareness, a silent vow to protect the sanctity of the digital fortress against the encroaching darkness. In the stillness of the night, where the hum of servers intertwined with the echoes of past intrusions, the analyst stood vigilant. The scars of that haunting night became a tapestry of resilience, a testament to the unwavering spirit that emerged from the shadows. The digital frontier, once cloaked in the mystery of the unknown, now bore the imprints of a battle fought and won in the silent hours of the night. And as each keystroke resonated through the quiet corridors, it carried with it the echoes of a tale that transcended the binary confines, a story of survival in the face of the inexplicable.